What up, y'all? What it do and everything? Y'all know what it is. Y'all know who it is. Another Charger conversation. Your man's in it. Your uncle. Hostile takeover. Before we get into what it is that I'm going to talk about today, today's a weird day for me. In about 12 hours, it will be exactly 1 year that I almost got killed by a drunk driver. And literally, it kind of redirected things for me. I've been lucky enough to shoot the Reaper a few times. Sometimes doing dumb shit. Sometimes wrong place, wrong time. And every time it happens, it gets more and more surreal. So when it happens at 47, a little over a month away from being 48, 8 days away from your mom's birthday, and 3 weeks away from your daughter's birthday, it hits different. Tomorrow will be exactly 1 year that my wife and I moved into our house, the house we currently live in. I almost never got to live in that house. We had already bought it, paper signed, all that. Movers, booked, all that shit. And less than 12 hours away from officially moving in, I almost got taken out. So there was like a few things going on that make this time of year really special for me, and then there's this. And the thing is, I was on my way to the new house from the job that I currently work, and I've probably taken this route about 200 times in the last year, maybe more, because I do work quite a bit of overtime. Probably more. Matter of fact, I'm 2 freeway exits away from where it happened right now. So, not that it's an anniversary or a celebration or even anything great. It's just another life event, man. But my best friend had just told me that he had basically terminal cancer. The holidays are around the corner. I'm wondering if he's gonna make it. He told me because the doctor said that he might not live to see his 49th birthday. He almost lived to see his 50th. So it's rough. There was a lot going on for me at the time, mentally, psychologically, and it was just a weird period. I'm not going to go into the details of how it happened, but yeah, it's a little weird. I'm actually about to come up on the spot where it happened right now. And it's a little weird that exactly a year ago today, I almost lost my life at this very spot. I just passed it, and it's literally, I remember it like it happened last night instead of a year ago. You know what? Skip what what I was going to talk about. We'll save that for tomorrow. Every time and anyone who's actually walked away from an experience that should have killed them, or could have killed them easily, like, they will tell you exactly how sweet life is and how fragile life is. Me, I've probably, again, this is not the first time I've cheated the Reaper. This is maybe the fourth or fifth time. Twice in car accidents. No, 3 times in car accidents. So, what I'm going to tell you is this. There is nothing you can take for granted in life. Not life itself, not the notion that everything's going to be all right. Nothing. One of my mentors used to say, nothing's guaranteed in the future except for what you put there, and you're not guaranteed to make it. One of the truest things I've ever heard. Literally one of the truest statements I've ever fucking heard. I say all that to say this. What mark are you gonna leave on the world? What mark are you gonna leave on the people in your life? I draw inspiration from the people in my immediate circle. And they're in my immediate circle for reasons that vary, but they're all there for a reason. How can I put this? My reach when I die, I want it to be past my immediate circle. Everybody has an immediate circle of people that are going to miss them. Well, most everybody. So I want my reach to go beyond that. I want my life to mean something to more than the people I see every day or talk to every day. people in my life who, if something were to happen to them, their mark has been left on my life. You know, yeah, I lost my best friend a few months ago. But I have more people in my life than that who mean something. When I leave for my night job, I'm actually in a good mood. 99% of the time. And here's why. When I leave, my wife is already in bed. And half the time she's already asleep. And the sight of her laying in bed, in our bed, that we share in our house, brings a smile to my face every time. And that's she's the motivation for me to work graveyard. Her and my daughter. So I just got off work. I don't have to go to work tonight. I got up at 10 p.m. last night. I'm not going to bed until 10 p.m. tonight. And I do that every Monday. Every Monday, I get off work and I'm up until 10 p.m. And my daughter is the motivation behind that. Because kids need their dad. And Monday and Tuesday are the only afternoons that I can stay up and spend time with her without having to go to work the next day super tired. So that's what I'm doing. And people look at me weird when I say that, except for my friends who know that's how it's supposed to be. Everybody in my house, their needs come before mine, even if that need is sleep. I don't complain. I don't whine. I don't bitch. I'm actually happy to do it. And it's because my daughter needs her dad. Period. End of story. Little things like that are what makes a man. It's not money. It's not things. It's not how many women you sleep with. It's the sacrifice. It's the hard times. I've been doing this every Monday for so long, it's not even hard anymore. I don't even think about it. My body doesn't get tired until 8:30, 9 o'clock. Because I'm so used to it. And that, again, leaders serve. Leaders don't sit in the back and bark orders. Leaders don't sit around and get waited on hand and foot. Leaders work their fucking ass off. Leaders serve for the greater good of those around them. And if you're not sacrificing, if you're not going through hard shit, or at least haven't done it. Life might be sweet for you right now, but if you haven't done it, then what kind of man are you? If you've never been through anything, if you've never faced death, if you've never been punched in the face behind some shit you've said. Like, a lot of y'all have never really been through shit, and it shows. You act entitled to shit. You act like shit is just supposed to happen for you. No. You have to work your fucking ass off. You have to sacrifice. You have to sweat, bleed for it. Most of all, you have to have dedication and literally lead other people for it. Not always the best, but the sports coaches that players love are former players. Case in point, the Raiders just fired their head coach, offensive coordinator, and general manager. The interim coach that they chose is a former player. He knows how to motivate and lead because he's been there. He knows what motivated him and knows how players should be led because he was one. And one of his players, he's been the interim head coach for less than a week, and one of his players already said, "I'll run through a brick wall for that guy." That's a leader. Now, how many games will they win? I don't know. I don't even watch football anymore. I don't care. But that is a leader. To take over and immediately gain the confidence of the people that he's responsible for. That's a leader. And how are you going to lead if you've never been through shit? If you've never seen a hard time? If you've never faced death? You can't talk to anybody about facing death if you've never faced death. People that have been there are the best leaders. There are times when I've had money, been broke, and gained it all back and lost it again. There are times when I've had women, had a dry spell here and there. It happens to everybody, but I can talk about it because I've been there. And those are the life moments that A, made me who I am, but B, qualify me to talk about the things I talk about. But I'm gonna save the rest for later because it actually ties into my next topic. But man, give your boy, your uncle, your mans and them a like and a comment, man, because it's about to get super real up in here. Shout out to all of the content creators who advocate for men truly, not because of the clicks and the likes. They truly do it because they know what's at stake as far as the male image, the black male image, and masculinity. All right. So with that, middle fingers up. Be safe. Stay dangerous.